Peace, love, and light, beloveds. Peace, peace, peace. I just want to thank all of you for still subscribing to my channel. I'm very grateful. And today I'm going to talk about relationships, forgiveness, and rebirth. An acquaintance of mine had asked me a while back to speak on these subjects, and I kept saying, okay, no problem. I'll work on it for you. And I kept waiting for the right time to do the project. And basically, there never is going to be the right time to do anything. There's only the here and now, the present moment. And so I decided, let me stop putting this off and go ahead and speak on these subjects, and keep my word to this person. And out of the three subjects, I'm going to speak about forgiveness first because it is so essential to forgive, because when you forgive, you're not doing it for the other person, you're doing it to free yourself, to let go of the things that are no longer serving you, the grudges, the resentment, the negativity. Just let it go and forgive yourself, because at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships, the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. And a lot of times we are so busy looking for affection and comfort and intimacy with other people. And we don't recognize that the other people that are in our lives or brought into our circle are just reflections of this self anyway. So when you attract people that really annoy you or get on your nerves, those people more than likely are reflecting back to you the things about yourself that you're in denial about. And until you work through those things within yourself, those people are not going to fall off, or you're not going to have a good relationship with those people. Everything starts and ends with the self, or your cells, your DNA cells, if you want to look at it like that. You have to rework the inside to get what you want to see on the outside. You know? And it starts with forgiving yourself, not judging yourself, not criticizing yourself, but being kind to yourself, loving yourself. All of that attention, affection, desire, intimacy that you want from someone else, give it to yourself. And that's not always an easy thing to do, especially if you're somebody who, like me, who doesn't like to spend a lot of time by myself. It was really hard for me when I began the journey of knowing myself, loving myself, honoring myself, walking in my truth, speaking my truth, not worrying about if my truth is going to offend somebody. So I allowed myself to diminish severely. And not only did it affect my emotional, my mental, it affected my spiritual health, it affected my physical health. I started eating really bad, put on a lot of weight, and it was just because I wasn't honoring and loving myself the way that I needed to. I kept looking for that in other people and giving my energy away to those people instead of giving it back to myself. So it starts with healing those inner traumas. A lot of them come from childhood, and you have to do the inner work. Forgive yourself. And once you can forgive yourself, that's when the rebirth comes in. You become a whole nother person when you're willing to recognize that you're not the person you were before. When you begin to elevate and grow spiritually, mentally, then certain people, certain relationships are just not meant to last. You have to let those things go in order to grow, you know. And a lot of times we keep ourselves from growing because we want to hold on to those relationships or ideas or belief systems that are no longer serving us, and then there's no growth there and you're still staying the same. But you have to be willing to die. You have to be willing to let certain parts of yourself, your characteristics, your personality, your habits, your thinking, you have to let those things die in order to be born again. That's where the rebirth comes in at. And it's so essential to change how you see yourself, to change how you talk to yourself, and to change how you feel about yourself. If you're single and you're seeking that special someone, your soulmate, your twin flame, we have several soulmates. It's somebody who just connects to your soul. Somebody, when you meet them, you just feel like you've known them forever and you develop a really good bond or friendship, because they're part of your soul tribe. Those are your soulmates. Then you have what some people call a twin flame. That is your divine opposite, the other half of yourself that completes you and make you as one. And there's a lot of information out there about twin flames and soulmates and things like that. You just have to be willing to open up your mind and look outside the norm. Think outside the box sometimes. So, with that being said, be willing to die. Death does not always have to be physical. Mental death, spiritual death. Let go of some of those belief systems that you've been lied to about. It can be hard if you're raised up in a family that's religious and has a certain belief, but listen to your soul. Listen to yourself, because what is true for you may not be true for someone else, and vice versa. That religious system might work for them, but that doesn't have to be your reality. Question everything. If something doesn't feel right in your soul, listen to that. That's what we were giving, that spirit of discernment, intuition, your third eye, your pineal gland. It's so that you can see for yourself what is the truth and question things. Don't just go for anybody's information. Do the research for yourself. Put it into practice. That's how I know what's true for me. So the things that I speak about is because I experienced it, life experiences. I put it into practice, and it was what was true for me. And those are the things that I share about on this channel. I love to subscribe to the Higher Self channel that has really good knowledge, really good information, and also I love to subscribe to Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, Diving Deep. I'm definitely a deep diver. I love his channel. He inspires me to share what's on my mind, because that's one of the things I love to do. I love to reach out to people and just let them know what's on my mind, because you never know how you can be a blessing to somebody's life unless you share with them. That's what being fruitful and multiplying is all about. Taking what you have and sharing it with others, whether it's your resources, whether it's your wealth, whether it's your knowledge, whether it might just be your smile. Share it with the world. That's why it was given to you. That's why we have gifts, to share them. We create holidays so that we can share gifts, but why wait for a specific day to share your gifts? Share your gifts every day. And every time you do that, you grow. And every time you grow, a part of that old self dies, and you have rebirth every day. That's what breath of life is all about. You get to wake up every day brand new. So walk in that rebirth. Be willing to let something die every day so that you can receive something new every day. Okay? So, rebirth, forgiveness, relationships. All relationships require you knowing yourself, because you can't allow another person to know you, love you, trust you, respect you if you don't do those things for yourself. Some people will say, oh, this person does this, this, and that. They're selfish. That's okay. Don't call it being selfish. Call it being self-full. Fill yourself up first. That way you have something to constantly give to others. If you depend on other people to fill your cup, that shit gonna be empty 9 times out of 10, and you're gonna be running around here thirsty. You know what I mean? In the Bible, it says, Jesus gives you a water that you can drink from that's overflowing. Something to that effect. Don't quote me on that, but it's something to that effect. And that's the knowledge of knowing yourself, knowing that you are God over yourself. It tells you in the Bible, I'm not God. Ye are gods. You know what I mean? If you break it down like royalty, when somebody's born into a royal family and their mother and father are the king and the queen, they're the prince and the princess. They're royalty. If your parents are gods and goddesses, don't that make you a god or a goddess? So you have to know yourself and you have to love yourself. And we get caught up in the division of race and ethnicity and color and things like that. But all of that is irrelevant, because we're not human beings. We're spiritual beings. Everything is born in the spirit, in the thought, in the mind, in the mata, in the mother. You know what I'm saying? Everything is born in spirit before it gets brought into reality, into this physical third dimensional world. It's spirit first. So we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So don't get caught up in the division of everything, because when you're divided, then you're not connected to the divine. We are all one. Whatever creator you believe in, we all come from that same source. We all come from the same creator that created all of this, from one cell, one self, one atom or Adam. You dig? You know what I mean? So know where you come from. Know that you're royal. Know that you're God. Know that you're the co-creator with the divine energy of your own life. You can create your reality, your relationships, anything exactly the way you want to once you know you already have those things that you are seeking outside of yourself. The most important relationship you could ever have in life is with yourself. Know yourself, love yourself, heal yourself, and then you'll see your true wealth. You are your money. You are the love that you're seeking. You are that perfect career that you want. You are everything. If God is everything and you come from God or you come from the creator, then you are already everything. Know how perfect and wonderful and divine you are as you are, you know. In the beginning, when I created this channel, it was called As I Am, and I'm still not technological savvy, so I'm still working on how to put this all together. But you have to be, you have to just be royal and know that you are perfect as you are. The Creator makes no mistakes. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you, if they call you weird, if they call you crazy because you don't follow the norm. That means you're unique. You're one of a kind. And that's divine. In case you didn't know, I like to rhyme. Anyways, you got to do what makes you feel good about yourself, because what other people think about you is none of your business. Your journey is just that. It's your journey. It's for you. So love yourself. The more you love yourself, you will have more loving relationships. The more you give thanks and gratitude for everything you already have, like it's everything you already want, then the things that you want and desire will flow to you effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? There's something called inspired action. It's not really doing any work that drains you or makes you feel resentful about what you're doing. It's things that you love to do. Praise, dance, give, smile. Do the things that you love. Follow your heart, follow your joy, and live your life as you already have those things that you want and desire, as if you already have that love that you want and desire, because you do. You just haven't taken the time to look for it within yourself. So think about all the people that you've attracted into your life who say, "Oh, you're such a wonderful person and I really appreciate you and you give such great advice," or "Your energy is just so good. I love to be around you." Okay, those people saw you on the days when you were just loving the shit out of yourself, and you were loving yourself so good and so hard that you were glowing. And that light and that glow attracted those people that were having a dark moment or going through some dark times, and they wanted to be around that light. Okay? So follow what you love. Do what makes you feel good. If it doesn't make you feel good, don't do it. It's that simple. You are your own authority. Whatever creator you believe in gave you the same power and authority that that creator possesses. Don't give your power away. It's time to walk in your truth, walk in your power, and know who you are. And that way you can have rebirth. Once you forgive yourself and know yourself and love yourself, that will lead you to the best relationship you can ever have. And that is my piece for today, beloveds. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it touched you deep down in your soul. I hope it make you want to get up and go out there and just make love to yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is to get out in nature, okay? That's where we come from. We come from this earth, especially as original people. Look at yourself. Our skin is brown, like the dirt of the earth. The women, we carry the Eve gene, which we can create any race, no matter whether we mate with a black or white or whatever. We create babies with blue eyes like the sky and green eyes like the grass. And when we wear our hair natural, it looks like the leaves in the trees. Okay, and we have roots. Know your roots. You're rooted in the earth. You're rooted in nature. You and nature are one and the same. So whenever you're confused, conflicted, take those socks and shoes off. Doesn't matter how cold it is outside, get out in nature and earth your feet into the ground and return all of that negative energy back to back to the source, and then receive nothing but pure love and light in its place. And that's how you keep yourself full. Journal, drink plenty of water, eat healthy. Those are some tips. I'm going to continue to post more things. Like I said, there is no perfect time to do anything. Just get out there and do it now. Love yourself right now in this moment. Be present at all times within your body. Something is not making you feel good. That is your body giving you a sign that that's not for you. Don't do anything that doesn't make you feel good. Don't have thoughts that don't make you feel good. That's your warning sign, because when your mind breaks down, that's when disease and illness attack your body, and that's when your body breaks down. So you have to be strong in the mind. Okay. Again, the most important relationship that you can have is with yourself. Love yourself presently as you are, and do whatever it takes for you to be able to love yourself presently as you are. If you don't like those hairs growing underneath your chin because hormones going crazy, invest some money, put it to the side so you can go and get a regular waxing. Me, on the other hand, I've decided I'm good with that. I love me, so somebody else is going to love it too. Working on yourself is a daily process. That's what life is all about, experiences and lessons and tests. And it's your response ability, how you respond to things, your ability to respond to situations is going to determine whether you have a good or bad life, relationship, love, any of that. So work on yourself and work on your responsibility to yourself. Again, that's my piece, because I'll ramble, ramble, ramble. I love you. Thank you. If this resonated with you, hit the like button. Please share. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a beautiful and wonderful, abundant weekend. Mwah.